Good morning, everybody. Thank you for joining us. This morning, we're going to go over the Little Boss. And it's cute. Now, here's the thing. I prefer the bigger machine because I like to have everything in the catalog. When you have the Little Boss, you have to do the thinner folders and die cutting that will fit through the machine. In addition, you may want to start to mark your folders so that you know which ones are 3D and which ones are regular, so that when you do your sandwich, that you know which one you're supposed to do, because for this machine, the directions are sitting on the plate. So 1, 3, and 4, and then 2 is your cutting plate, and you can see I cut some bubbles with this, with the baby shark, baby shark, oh no, don't do it. So 1 through 4 has directions and 2 are just your cutting plates. So what I'd like to do today is kind of go through the sandwiches, because I had a few people that were getting confused. Now, last week, Debbie Bacon, you're here. Debbie was having some problems and she wanted a replacement for this guy. She has the old Big Shot, the one that Stampin' Up sold before. And so I called demo support and they're like, I'm sorry, it's gone. Can't tell you anything. So I did a little recon, a little research. And the new Big Boss comes with this plate, plate number 4, the big one. Number 4. And this is for 3D folders. Well, guess what? I took a ruler to it. It is the same thickness. In the directions it says don't use plates that don't go because you could break it, blah, blah, blah. But if you have an old Big Shot and you're looking for the blue plate because you have a 3D folder and you can't use it, plate number 4 for $10 is the solve on that. So that was a question that it took me a little bit of time to do the work, but I just measured the folders and then I double checked it in both machines and it's fine. So you can use number 4 as your blue plate replacement. Okay, so let's get started. I just cut a few scraps so that we could play. I don't know that we're actually going to make anything crazy here this morning, but I really want to go over the settings for this guy because people are confused. And then they go to put it in and they think they're wrong and they don't push and it's getting stuck. But it's so little and it's so light that you may have to give it just a little shove to get in there. So let's flip the camera. Oh, and I didn't bring my clip down, bad girl. This is the Little Boss. I'm going to move my table so you don't get the floor. And before we go on to the Little Boss, of course, the sides fold up and it's a little bitty thing. It's tiny. It's so cute. But I want to talk to you for a minute before we jump into the sandwiches, because one thing that I noticed was a customer, I think it was Adrienne. I hope I'm saying her name right. Adrienne was messaging me and she wanted to order some stuff. So I called her on the phone and she was able to order some things, but she wanted to order some things that weren't going to go through her mini boss, okay? Big Boss, Little Boss. She was ordering something, I think it was this one, Detailed Hearts, and that physically won't fit through the opening. So everything that will fit through the opening in the catalog has this little purple medallion. So if all you have is the smaller machine, you can know with confidence when you're ordering that the things that have the purple dot, the layering ovals and the layering circles and the layering squares all fit in the mini machine. Actually, I love those. We played with those last week when we were doing that technique video. But so you can see there's a lot of products that you can use with this mini machine. But bigger things like the curvy keepsakes box will not fit through, or the big magnolia memory flower will not fit through. So the stitch stars, the biggest one, won't fit through. So those are all really good information. You want to stick to the things that have the purple label. Now when you flip the page, here, the things that you can emboss with are also in this, and they're a different color, but they are also marked with that mini label. So it's super important to only pick things, if you have the smaller machine, that you know will go through your machine. You don't want to order this one and not be able to put it through. Okay, I'm gonna open up. To only pick things if you have the smaller machine, shut up. That you know you don't want to order this one and not be able to put it through. I can't stop it. I was trying to get to the comments. Give me 1 second. Oh, that's so frustrating. I don't want to have any feedback. I'm sorry if you did. Okay. To only pick things if you have the smaller machine that you know will go. Thank you. I was able to turn the volume off. My goodness. Technology is not my friend. And I don't usually use that word, but I'm like, computer. At least I wasn't yelling at a person. Well, I was yelling at myself. But like the older sets, you may have Poppy moments. Some of the older ones will fit through the pattern play bundle. Ooh, I need to cut some rainbow letters for Michaela, so maybe we'll find that one and do that today. But so you get the point, right? All of these are marked in purple, and I think it's the same thing in the mini catalog. Let's just take a quick look. Did they? I don't know if they did it on this page. So this is the page with all of the dies, and they didn't. But let's go to let's see, Lacy Petals. Pierced Blooms. Can I just tell you, this is the new thing on my hit list. I have to have this. I just ordered it. I've been seeing things around online, and I didn't think I needed it when I looked at the stamp set, but it's awesome. And they didn't do a really good job of showing it here. Can I just tell you, every sample that I've seen online, these dies not only cut out, but they have like stitching inside the dies. They look amazing. So that's going to be on the docket as soon as I get it in my hot little hands. But let's take a look. Check it out. This one will go through the mini machine, and it's got the little logo so that you know that if you buy the little guy that this one's okay. Whereas, let's look at page 72. I'm just picking random ones that I know have a framelit bundle. So page 72 has these stitched whimsy dies, and it does not have the medallion. So this one's big, like a whole card front, and if you were to have the smaller machine, you wouldn't be able to go around the whole card, if that makes sense, okay? So I just want to make sure that when you're placing orders for yourself, if you're a demonstrator or if you're a customer through me and I'm placing orders for you, if you have the little guy, don't order things that you won't be able to put through your machine. Now, you'll be able to use some of the smaller ones, but I wouldn't want you to buy product that you can't use. Okay. So with all of that, here's the first plate. Okay. And like I said, I just cut up some paper so we could play. Do I know if the old sizzling will fit in the mini? I haven't played, but I'm sure if you played with the sandwiches, you could get them to work. It would just be a matter of figuring out what the right sandwich is. In the past, that was a good question, Norma. In the past, when I have items that I'm not sure about, I will actually make my own plates from paper to get it to the right thickness if I have to. And actually, before the blue plate was available, that's what I did with that one to get it to be able to run through. You know, we're crafters. We do what we have to, right? But if we were going to cut with this machine, it tells us on this platform right here that we need this plate, number 1, and then we need the number 2 sandwich with the with paper. So let me just, I have the Hey Chick dies. Did you guys see these? They're so cool looking. Oh my gosh. I am in love. This one in particular has my interest. So let's cut this one. We're going to cut the coop. Cut the coop. Oh, it's stuck on there pretty good. So there's my little die. And I don't want a purple coupe, so unless it's a car. It's funny. So here we go. We'll take this, and this says that you do the sandwich between one. You put one down, and then you put the sandwich between number two. So you'd put your paper next, and then you put whatever you want to cut out. Oh, we're here. Let's cut out something else. It's so difficult to choose. It's white, so I don't want it to be like, maybe we'll cut out this guy and we'll stamp him later, okay? Since we're taking the time to run it through. Okay, and then this is number two. So this is the sandwich for when you cut. So it's one and the two plates that say two, and then your paper with the die against it. So let's open up the little boss. He's so cute. I can't even stand it. And I'm going to put the handle on this side. And again, in the middle of the shuffle there, my die moved, so I'm just going to fix that. And then I'm going to put it in and give it a little shove. Now, when I do, the handle will move. Ready? So hold the top and whoop. See how the handle's starting to move? That's how I know that it's going. And it's fine. You just kind of run it through. So I had someone who's on my team, someone who I've never actually stamped with, but she just wanted her own discount, so she signed up and got the kit right after the pandemic started. So I've never actually stamped with her or really had a chance to get to know her. She's not on Facebook either. So if you're on Facebook and you can like this video, I'd very much appreciate it. And if you're watching the replay on YouTube, please, if you're enjoying the video, please like it. So this is the chicken coop. Isn't that fun? And you could, there's so many things you can do with this, but I'm excited about that one. And then this is just one of the dies that goes with the stamp set. So I'll be able to line this up and stamp him later and maybe make a card. So I have a swap coming up with this with my team. So I had the Hey Chick bundle out on the table. So anyway, that's the first batch. Now, there are two types of embossing folders. There are regular embossing folders, and then there are 3D embossing folders, okay? And if you're using a 3D folder, you'll probably want to start marking your folder like maybe with a Sharpie on the outside 3D so that you know that you'll use that with plate 4 instead of the cutting sandwich. So if you have a 3D folder, you would put the folder in between, and this one isn't 3D, so put your paper inside and run it through. So this says you put 1 on the bottom, 4 on the top, and that's your new sandwich for a 3D folder. The ones that I have out are all regular folders. They're not 3Ds. And I wanted to kind of show them to you. So again, coordinating with the book, I have quite a few of them. This one, oh, it's so pretty with leaves on the bottom. And then this one is going to match our butterflies that are coming out next month. I already made a card with it. You want to see? That's the new butterfly bundle that's coming next month. It's so pretty. Anyway, this one has vines on either end, and then so like these come with like 2 folders, and you always put the hinge first through the machine, and it says that right here on the plate itself. Let's see, standard embossing folders. Where does it say hinge first? Oh, insert embossing folder, hinge first. So I can't read when I'm live, apparently. Okay, so these are all my embossing folders that will fit the mini boss, okay? The bigger ones that are like a whole card front only go through the bigger machine. So that's important to know if you're planning a purchase of one or the other. This is adorable. It's easy to maneuver. If you have trouble with the weight of the bigger machines, let me tell you, this one's pretty light. It folds up for small storage. It sits on my counter right beside the big boss. So it's kind of cute. It's like a mother and baby. But, oh, you know what? Just for fun, let's emboss this one, the butterflies and the leaves, with the purple paper. So Norma, I would run and test the Sizzlets for you to answer that question. But honestly, I don't have any of them left. When Stampin' Up got rid of them, I put them in a BOGO sale and got rid of them. So this one said 1 on the bottom, so I put 1 on the bottom, and it says to put your folder with the paper in the middle, and it says to put 3 on the top. So unless you have a 3D folder, if you have a 3D folder, instead of 3, you'd put 4 on the top, but this one's a regular one. And then again, I'm putting it in until the handle kind of moves on its own, and then I can just run it through. I'm on a plastic table, so it may look a little bumpy, but it's actually easy to roll. You just have to kind of give it a little push. Okay, and that's what the purple one looks like. Oh my gosh, it's so pretty. So I just wanted to go over all the settings this morning of the Little Boss because people have been asking me. Do you guys have any questions? I'm gonna go. Love the tiny cut and emboss. Yeah, it's adorable, and I do pull it out. If I were going to a retreat, it might be easier if I had all of my stuff done ahead. I am the type of person that I want it all, so I have the bigger machine, and actually I have a few of them, and the 3 of us might be cutting on a Saturday all at the same time. So I do find that the big one is easier. And it will do a whole card front. This one is a little bit thinner. Actually, that would be the thing to know. How big is this? Let me grab a ruler. So in order for you to be able to put it through this machine, you always want to go through with the hinge first on an embossing folder. But your paper could be up to 3 3/8 inches, but I would say 3 1/4 for give. One thing about the big machine that I'm loving, and I want you to kind of see the visual, the new larger cut and emboss, unlike the Big Shot, has a little bit more give from left to right. Even this one does. So if, for example, let me see what the plates are like. See, look, if you get a little too close to the edges on the old Big Shot, you'll actually kind of break the edges of your plates. On this one, you've got more give, so even if you're a little bit crooked, it doesn't do that, which I think is huge. They just gave you a tiny bit more room. I want to say it's like a 1/4 inch or a 1/2 inch maybe on the mini one. But it's just enough space that you're not damaging the sides of your folders if you're not putting it through exactly perfect. Because which one of us is perfect? Raise your hand. Yeah. Yeah, that's about all of it, I think. I'm looking, Robin Greger, hi, good morning. I'm looking to see the questions. And like I said, Norma, I would test that for you. I have no problems doing recon if I had one, but I don't have one. So if any of you have a Sizzlet and you have the new mini cutting machine and you tried it, go ahead and leave a message for Norma here, and I will make sure that we get it. Yeah, so I think that was pretty good. And like I said, everything, just be careful when you're ordering, if you have this machine, that you aren't ordering something that won't fit in the slot. That's the biggest thing. Let's see. have a say hello one more time before I jump off. Alexis is going live for her next class. They're on Zoom and Google Classroom all day here from the house, and I will be starting the car, and as soon as she's done, we're going to the dentist. So gotta get the teeth checked. I have been a bad girl. I haven't been to the dentist in almost a year, so it's because of the whole pandemic thing, so it's time. So anyway, I hope you guys have a wonderful week, and if you watch out, you might see a couple of more videos that I'm gonna do with the Wow That Was Easy. They'll be quick videos that just show you something simple that you can do with your stuff, and I think that they're really helpful right now, especially with Valentine's Day coming. I'm gonna make my dentist some chocolate. I bring my dentist chocolate. They love it. They eat chocolate too. They just brush their teeth afterwards. So anyway, I hope you guys have a great day, and we will chat with you soon. Bye, guys.